Well, hey babes, what is up? It's Haley and welcome back to my channel. As soon as I woke up and I put this cozy outfit on, I was like, okay, I need a nice green matcha to match. Because guys, I cannot believe it. We are rounding out the end of 2025, which means that this is the time of year where a lot of us are wanting to make changes going into the new year. And for today's video, we're tackling a room of the house, which I have just not been happy with for the past year. A place that is meant to be cozy and inviting, full of so much personality, is just lacking so much character right now. And I'm talking about my living room. This little corner of the house, which has our favorite couch, I must say. The couch is truly the only thing that I love about it. There's nothing else about the space that just says, come, sit on me, kick back your feet, chill, relax. Because it is just too bland, it is too beige, it needs some fun pops of color and some beautiful thrifted charm. So today's video is going to be a fun one. Together, we're gonna be tackling my entire living room together. I'm gonna take you guys along with me on a couple little thrift trips where I'm gonna be thrifting stuff for my living room. Because look at this blank wall, it's sad. It needs some wall decor. I ordered a new little sofa table too, and a rug also to bring it all together. And what is bringing on this sudden desire for change? Well, just a couple days ago, we actually experienced a terrible leak in our living room. From our shower upstairs, I mean, literally, our ceiling was leaking and it leaked all over my couch, all over our old rug. It stained my couch so bad, it totally destroyed our old rug, which is why I'm so excited that today's video is in partnership with Ruggable, who truly came through for me, since this area definitely needed a new rug replacement. Just so you guys can see how much damage was done, let me show you what the living room is looking like. Well, babes, welcome to my oh so boring, very beige living room. It all just kind of blends in. Don't get me wrong, I love our couch, and there's actually a way to make a white couch work when you have white walls, and that's something that we're gonna explore today together. Like I mentioned, we actually had a leak from our ceiling just a couple of days ago, which ended up staining my couch. So what better way than to do a full reset before 2026 and do a nice deep clean of our couch, and then we will get into the decorating. But get excited, because this is the entire mood board that I was able to put together of what I want this living room to look like when we're done. Lots of vintage patterns, deeper colors, especially now that we're in the winter. I want to go for those warmer tones. Just like I decorated the bookshelf in my kitchen, it's right next to my living room. So we gotta add that moodiness to this space too, with some old thrifted pieces along with some new, and I cannot wait for us to do it together. So in the meantime, let me get my couch washed up. And if you're thinking to yourself, Haley, how are you going to possibly clean your couch? Well, my couch actually has removable covers, which are removed by Velcro, which I think is the ultimate must if you are living in a home that is prone to stains with kids and with pets. So step one is getting this couch stripped, and then I'll show you what I love to do to get it as white as ever. This takes out everything. I have like a really big packet that I just keep refilling into these spray bottles. I actually got this to use on the girls' clothes whenever they would get it dirty in daycare or whenever they're eating. It's amazing. It is the Miss Mouth's Messy Eater Stain Treater. Like right here, we have a little chocolate stain, most likely from my husband, knowing him. I'm gonna spray that a few times and let it sit. And wherever there is any kind of like deeper stains, I'll go in with this, and into the laundry it goes. You guys just know how much I love to start off with a blank slate, and like this feels like the perfect canvas for us to add all of our touches. That being said, we're gonna start from the bottom up. Like I said, I do want to go thrifting today and add those pieces of decor. But before even doing that, I want to go ahead and set down the anchor for the entire vibe of the room. And that is actually going to be the rug. And I just know that the entire rug saga is finally going to be put to an end today, because I'm so excited about this new rug that I got from Ruggable. Let me just say, after this entire leak experience that we have, the fact that it damaged our rug to the point that it wasn't salvageable, it was literally money that just went to waste. And let me just say, at this point, I made the decision that no longer am I ever going to buy a rug that is not not a washable rug, because especially being a family with 3 kids now, I don't want to have any stress or any anxiety about the rugs in my home getting dirty. And so having the option of getting a washable rug means I don't have to worry whenever there's a tiny little spill or they're walking around with dirty hands. A Ruggable rug can handle all of those everyday messes. This is also the Ruggable rug that is just a one piece. There's no pad required. It already has an attached cushioning to it as well as the grip. So you don't have to spend extra money on a rug pad under this, which means all I have to do is lay it down, and I can't wait to see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. That was a lot of work, and I broke a sweat. Like wearing a sweatshirt set today, maybe not the best call, but something that was a good call. This rug, you guys, is gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. Just take a look at the details of this rug. It is truly the most perfect neutral rug you can have, because I wanted something to contrast the white couches. And even though this one does have dark tones, it doesn't feel overwhelmingly dark. When I was browsing the Ruggable website, I thought this one would add that perfect touch of like vintage, because that's what it looks like. This specific style is called the Cyrus Rose Gold rug, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. And like I said, this rug is the anchor for my entire design. Even though it is a new rug, it looks like a vintage rug, and I want to take like little elements of these tones and throw it up on the wall over here so we can have a nice balance. But guys, comment down below what you guys think. I am so obsessed with this. You guys saw in a previous video, I actually bought a Ruggable runner for my kitchen, because especially in the kitchen, things tend to get dirty so quickly. I've already thrown that one into the wash a couple of times because they are stain resistant and they're machine washable. So yes, even an 8x10 rug, you can gather it up and throw it into your wash. I want to take these tones, these moodier colors, these intricate designs, and kind of like throw it up in the pillow cushions, add some frames on the wall so that it can all tie in and be cohesive. Whether you are a mama to kiddos or a dog mom too, Ruggable rugs are going to be your best friend, because no more panic over spills, everyday accidents, or even muddy paws. These are rugs that are built to handle everyday wear while still looking so beautiful and stylish in your home. So if you're searching for a new rug, I'm going to leave a link down below so you guys can check out Ruggable. They have hundreds of designs and so many different sizes too, so that you could truly find your perfect rug shape, your perfect design for your space. And if you do find one that you love, you can use haleyscorner 15 to get an extra 15% off on your purchase. If there's anything that our little leak accident taught us, is that washable rugs are the way to go. And at this point, I don't think I'll ever go back. And now that our couch is sparkling clean, we've got the perfect baseline of a cozy rug, it is time that we move on and I show you the next furniture piece, which we're definitely going to need to furnish with some fun thrifted finds. We are officially bringing out our next furniture piece, and I know you're probably thinking, Haley, where the heck do you have space for another furniture item? Because we already have a coffee table. But okay, get this. I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys being like, Haley, why is this the structure of your couch? Because a lot of people said that we should ideally put our couch kind of like opposite from one another. And while aesthetically that may be a really good idea, I am at a stage right now where I have 3 little kiddos running around. I wanted to do a couch placement that would just provide me the most amount of floor space possible, which meant that we have to position our couch this way. As well as, here's something that I don't think I actually ever brought up to you guys. I get asked a lot, Haley, where's your TV? Why don't you guys have your couch facing the TV, you know, like most people do in a living room? Well, here I am to tell you that we actually don't have one. Yeah, we don't have a TV. It really just came down to the fact that in our last home that we rented, we had a TV in our living room that we legit never turned on. I don't want to say we're like just too busy to watch TV, but really, I don't remember the last time that we just like sat down, kicked back, and watched a movie. I just feel like there's always something to do. But don't get me wrong, like on my phone, I'm watching something all the time. While I'm working, while I'm doing my DIYs, I always have a show constantly going. I'm always watching new things. And if me, Erin, and the girls do ever want to do a movie night, we do have an option that we use all the time, and that is using a projector. We actually have a projector that we just flip the couch over this way, and we kind of do like a huge theater screen situation on here. For those days that we do want to have a family movie night, they literally get so excited because they feel like we're going to a theater whenever we do our projector. So that's our little tradition that we personally love. But no, I don't feel a lack of not having a television at home. I honestly feel like I always have something to do. I always have something to keep my mind busy. And for our family, I don't feel like there's a lack. But with that, something that I will say is a pet peeve of mine is couches that touch the back wall. I don't know. I feel like if any of you guys have a couch that is like right up against your back wall, give it a little bit of space. I always feel like a couch looks so much better whenever there is a little bit of room. And I actually measured out this space perfectly because I was so back and forth on how I wanted to decorate that back wall until I came across this photo. And guys, doesn't this setup look just like our setup? A long sectional in front of a white wall that is broken up by adding a sofa table. Genius. So that is exactly what we are going to be recreating today. And you know why this is a really great opportunity? Having the sofa table behind the couch doesn't take up any space, but it's functional. If I'm having a coffee or a drink, I can rest it on the table. It also provides us a really good opportunity to style. I can swap out the decor there every season. I can add summer reading lamps. Like, the potential is endless. And so when I came across this table on Wayfair, I thought that it would be perfect, and it was such a good price too. So let me get to building this, and then we can fully see what our living room is looking like before we get into the decor. You guys, look at how gorgeous the tone of the wood is. Absolutely beautiful, and it actually matches our kitchen nook table so well, which is my whole goal. I want every single one of these rooms to have symmetry together. From the dining room to the living room to the kitchen, the fact that we have a matching wood tone in the furniture is a really great way to help make it cohesive. I'm about to go build it, and what do I do while I build? Watch a show on my phone. I told you, just because your girl doesn't have a TV doesn't mean she's not a TV lover. Current rewatch, if you're curious, Vampire Diaries season 3. Oh my god. Alright you guys, I'm sweating buckets after doing all of that, but I just changed into a little skirt. We're gonna head out into the thrift store right now, and you saw what the living room is looking like. Like I said, big white box. We gotta add some charm, we gotta add some character, and I'm just manifesting that we find the perfect pieces to bring it all together. So with all that, time for a quick little thrift trip, and hopefully it'll be a good one. Let's go. Hey Siri, take me to red, white, and blue thrift store.
Getting directions.
Let's go.
Red, white, and blue thrift store.
Okay, babes, we've officially made it to the store and parked right outside, and I'm about to go in. The one thing I did want to mention is that there are a lot of pieces that I was able to accumulate over different thrift trips. That is probably footage you haven't seen before. So basically what I'm gonna do as I go into the thrift store right now, I'm actually gonna do a compilation. If there was like other days that I found other stuff, I'm just gonna include it all into this segment right here so that you can see really all the things I found that I want to work with, including a lot of the pieces I think I want to include were from like previous thrift trips too, because you know me, every time I found something I was like, oh, this would be good for the living room one day. Well, we're at one day. So keeping an open mind, this is basically my little mood board of what it is that I'm hoping to find. Like I said, I need a few things for the sofa table. I would love to find like a set of lamps. That would be so cool. Some coffee table books for sure. Some nice vases or storage boxes. Some frames and artwork to put on the wall. Maybe even some sconces too. And of course, some throw pillows as well. We've got a big extensive list, but that's my favorite way to go to a thrift store. So let's head on in. Okay, so right away I decided to start off with the textiles because, I don't know, just looking at our big white couch, that's what it feels like, a big white couch. I want to tie in more of those vintage elements that we get from the rug into the couch, and I'm hoping to find some throw pillow covers that I can use to replace the cushions I already have with something maybe a bit more moody. You really got to look through every single one, even if you may come across a couple weird ones. This right here, this is perfect. Look at this gorgeous cushion cover. I love all of the moody dark elements. It's got a bit of the plum, a bit of the green, and even though these don't match, they actually do go together, because I have to say one of the biggest no-nos is to actually get cushions that are like too matchy. You want to get ones that have similar characteristics, that when they're stacked next to each other they look really good, but they're not the same. With these, as you can see, they kind of have that same braiding details on the edges. The colors are the same too, but clearly they are different patterns. I absolutely love this one. $3.99 for the set of 2. And then having a couple neutral pillowcase options are so good, especially for swapping out the seasons. I love the beige color of these, a set of 2 with the most beautiful little plaid print for $3.99. These could be really good base pillows. One of the make it or break it items when it comes to decorating a living room is obviously the throw pillows you have on your couch. Something I didn't understand for the longest time is, why do my couch pillows just not look inviting? I was buying all my cushions from Target with like the nicest covers, but now I realize what it is. guys, my pillows don't chop. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a difference between pillows that look like this and pillows that look like this. There's something about the chop in the middle that just looks so much more put together, but those pillow inserts can get really expensive. So here's a little hack for you. If you're at the thrift store, come across the pillow section, and even if there's pillows that you don't necessarily love, like these are gray tone and I personally don't like gray in my home, but the pillows, they chop so beautifully. Like, look at that fold. These are also just $5.99 each, which is kind of unreal because pillow inserts alone sometimes go for $20 a piece. So even if I was to get these just for the pillow inserts, it's already worth it. And then sometimes you get lucky with finding a pillow that's already ready. Look at this one. I mean, come on, $7.99 for this gorgeous pillow. It does have a zipper, so I could definitely change out the inside to put a choppable one because this one's not choppable, but I love it. I feel like with the Ruggable rug, this pattern would look stunning. Into the cart you go. Okay, one of my favorite sections, you guys already know, the wood decor. Little touches of that darker wood is for sure something I want to throw in more. Right on up here, I really want to go and layer some cool candlesticks. This one is a wooden piece as well. I love the tone of it. It looks so rich too. Imagine this with like a colored candle, maybe a green or burgundy one, resting on top of a coffee table book. Stunning. And only $2.99 too. Ooh, and then okay, look at this box over here. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the sleek black finish. I actually really wanted a decor piece that was black because I don't have enough black in the house and I want to add some more, but it's got the prettiest brass detail, and I also love this little golden edging. I mean, so stunning. Even open, this looks so good. I totally feel like we can style this on the sofa table or the coffee table too, to keep all those like little trinkets that you want stowed away in that area. And $2.99. But the other day I was here and I actually found this, which is basically little candle holders, but they're super long, and I thought this would be such a beautiful thing to add. Instead of actual electrical sconces, you don't have to run any electricity through it, but it still will look so pretty. You could swap out the candles every season too, and they usually have a lot of options like this at the thrift store, but the ones I found specifically I love because they are super long. Another decorative element that is so good to look out for is really good vases, and I wanted something with intricate detail, and I think I found it. You guys, just take a look at these two little nesting vases. How adorable. I love this little wavy detail with the gold rim, and then the florals are so beautiful, and there's a little mini version too, so I can totally style one in the living room, one in the dining room. $7.99 for this one, $6.99 for this. A really good price for a really heavy duty vase. I love them. And then especially if you're going to be decorating your living room, a section I would totally recommend you checking out is the books, specifically because you can find so many good coffee table books, decorating books, books for stacking decor, whether it's a book you'd actually read or even a book just to look pretty. The thrift store has so many books that truly just go to the dump if people don't get them, so buy books. Even if you're just going to use it for decor, it's better than just leaving it to waste away. And sometimes you can actually come across really cool pieces. You already know, most of the time, don't judge a book by its cover, judge it by the inside of its cover. How gorgeous is that deep rust gold binding? And even cooler, this book is literally all about quilts, which has so much amazing home inspiration also. This would genuinely be a coffee table book that I'll actually crack open. Oh my god, I love that. Plus, it's so pretty too. This one, I saw this little burgundy moment peeping through, and I'm just praying that it's got some gold. Yes, look at the inside of this binding. So freaking beautiful. And it's actually a really cool book too, which is just all about wines and their labels. Actually so cool. For $3.99, this is such a good book size too for coffee table decor. But I am just looking for something super neutral that I can use to style. No way, you guys. A Magnolia table cookbook. Guys, they sell this at Target right now. It's here for $4.99. I love the black sleek binding of this. For sure can be such a nice decorative piece to add to the coffee or console table, even if just the binding is showing. And I actually see another Target book right here. This is perfect for the coffee table. This homebody book for $6.99 and 50% off today. Any kind of home decorating books I absolutely love, and this will be so perfect to put on the coffee table. Oh my god, you guys, look at these absolutely stunning copper bowls. You don't understand how much I've actually been looking for something in this metal tone. $4.99 for this one. It's so beautiful, and $4.99 for this one as well. This could actually look so good on the console table. In the winter, you could put like some pine cones in there, change it out for the season. So much good potential with these. Guys, I don't know if this is matching that earlier vase that I found, but look at how gorgeous the shape is. I love the floral details. This is actually a Lenox vase too, which are usually so expensive. I think this would look so pretty. All the flower details will match the living room so well, so maybe we could use it to style it on that sofa table. So we've officially officially made it back home with all of our decor, and I'm so excited to get into the fun part, and that is decorating. The sofa table I actually think is a perfect addition because it helps break up the white that we have going on the walls and on the couch. And now we just gotta add the style element to it. And okay, I'm gonna pop up my inspiration picture one more time. The one thing that I wish I had was some table lamps. I haven't been able to thrift a pair yet that I absolutely love. And I really want to emphasize to you guys, when it comes to having a collected home, it's meant to take time. You're not supposed to do everything in one shot. Hence why, as much as I'm gonna be doing a lot of decorating today, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna be finished. I'm just gonna be adding touches that I already know I'm happy with. Starting with these two little pieces that I thrifted on a previous thrift trip that I thought would be so gorgeous to add. Look at these beautiful brass tone little candle holders. I love how long they are, and get this, I'm imagining placing one in that square right over here and one in that square right over here. It's gonna be a really nice way to kind of add some balance to the space, and I can totally swap out the candles with the seasons and change out the colors whenever we're changing up the vibe of our cushions and whatever color scheme we're going with in the living room. So I'm gonna get these up on the wall, and the main thing I want to do is find the perfect exact center point within these rectangles so that when I add these in, they're gonna be centered beautifully. Just made the comment that he feels like we're in a haunted mansion with these candles. Babe, it looks good. It's decorative, okay? We're not actually lighting those candles. But anyway, you guys, I actually really like how it turns out. I feel like it helps fill up the space. And I think before we even go and style the actual sofa bench, I want to tackle the pillows. So I already have some pillows from before, which have a little bit of a deep green color, which I really like for this season. So I'm going to keep these. But there is a rule of thumb when it comes to pillows. You always want to group your pillows into threes. So in your trio, you're going to want to have one solid color pillow, which is this one. You're going to want to have one more of a neutral pillow with a slight pattern. I have these ones that we thrifted, as well as this option. And then finally, you're gonna want to have your accent pillows. This is the pillow cover that we found on today's thrift trip, and look at how amazing it matches this one that I already thrifted in the past. Like, they look like they belong in the same family, which is so perfect. We have this one as well, which I do really like, but I'm starting to think that these colors lean a little bit different. Like, this has too much warm colors, I think, for our space. So I think I'm gonna go with this accent pillow, but one solid, one more neutral, and one accent. That is the trio you're gonna want to replicate. So before doing anything else, I'm gonna go and pop into the wash all of the new pillow covers that we got, and then once we come back, we're gonna officially do the entire montage where I'm gonna be taking all of these decorative elements like vases and books that we thrifted, and we're gonna get to styling the entire space. Oh my gosh, it just got so gloomy all of a sudden. It literally started pouring. But okay, we're not gonna let that stop us from getting everything decorated. I have Eliana with me, so I'm just gonna set her down. She's gonna watch her mama do some magic and have another little home decor lesson. Yes? Okay, pillows are done, and I have to say they match the rug so perfectly. All of these amazing like little vintage patterns and fabrics work so well together. I think the key thing that makes all of these cushions work is that the undertones are the same. We have some neutral undertones, a lot of green undertones, and then of course some browns as well. Now let's get to the fun part, which is styling the sofa table. Like I said, I am gonna use this photo as a reference because I do really like the way that this looks, but obviously using my own items. And here's actually a bunch of stuff I already compiled from recent thrift trips, specifically that I want to use for this area. I did mention to you guys how I so badly wanted to find a pair of like vintage lamps for this table, and I had no luck. So hopefully we'll find something soon, but temporarily, I actually remembered that I have these two lamp bases from our guest room that can totally work, and they are actually missing the lampshades, which I actually thought this is the lamp that I have in my bedroom right now. So I'm thinking to swap out the lampshade from this and add it onto this. How cute! This could actually work. It is looking so good. I have to say, I wish that I had 2 burgundy candles because I feel like these would be so much nicer to add to those little candle sconces. So once I get a second one, I'll for sure swap out that taupe for this beautiful burgundy. But it's time to add the finishing touch. I love ambient lighting. So these little lamps, they're not just for show. I actually want to use them and use them often. Ultimate hack. If you guys have a lamp anywhere that either you don't have an outlet near it, you don't want the cord showing, these right here are LED light bulbs that are custom colors. You can make it warm, you can make it cool. They are chargeable. They actually have such a long charge on them. You add them into your lamp and they are controlled by a remote. I mean, seriously, how amazing the fact that you can just change everything with the click of a button from white to warm light. You can truly turn anything into a lamp, even a vase. Add a lampshade, put that bulb in and you have a lamp. And the best part, because we thrifted that little storage box, it's the perfect place to keep this away whenever we're not using it. But you guys, I am loving so much how it turned out. Like I said, getting those taller burgundy candles I think will be such a nice tie-in because of this beautiful burgundy frame that I found. Right now it has like a random little picture. I would love to actually add some more family mementos. I think it's amazing for a living room to have obviously personality, charm, but you also want to have a little bit of meaningful aspects to it. I didn't want to just put up a bunch of random art that doesn't mean anything to me, but I do really love that frame. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and frame a little family portrait, which we don't have right now at all. We do need to take some updated pictures now that we have Eliana, and I'm thinking to eventually even do like a little collage wall, kind of like in the inspiration picture. But in the meantime, this is what we got done, and I have to say I love it all, especially because majority of this decor is all thrifted. I feel like all of that together with the pillows, together with the rug, it's truly tying in and became the warm, cozy, inviting space that I've wanted. Like I mentioned though, we are nowhere near done. I want to add back my coffee table, see how I can style it. And of course, something that is so lacking is some curtains. This is kind of where I wanted to ask you guys. You gave me some really good suggestions for my dining room. What do you think we should do for the curtain treatments here? Comment down below. Should we do like very neutral curtains? Should we do something darker like a chocolate brown? I feel like that could look really nice for the colder seasons. Or do you think we should go really bold and do like a pattern curtain? Like something maybe even like this? I don't know. Do you feel like that would be too out there? I saw a couple of examples of like pattern curtains and they looked really pretty. What do you think? Taking a look at this entire living room, do you like this current setup? Or do you think we actually need to have some frames up on the wall? Maybe a collage wall of family photos with like vintage thrifted frames? That could be cool. Your suggestions always help me out a ton. But today's video was so fun. I feel like we're going into 2026 with a nice new refreshing corner. And once I have your advice on what to do with the window treatments, we'll pretty much have everything we need for that cozy living room that I've been dreaming of. I did want to quickly shout out this Ruggable rug because I really feel like it's what provided me the inspiration for what I wanted for this space. I'm gonna leave this rug link down below if you guys are interested, or if you're looking to find a new rug for your home, because a Ruggable rug, especially if you're a mom or even a dog mom, is something that in the long run especially you will appreciate so much. If you do find a rug you love, use the code haleyscorner15 to get an extra little discount on it. And if you guys are watching up to this point, you know you're the real MVP. I love the ones who stick around all the way till the end. If you are watching up to this point, comment down below cozy vibes, because I feel like I finally have a space that's saying, Haley, come, have a seat, kick up your feet, lounge out, watch a movie, even though I don't have a TV. We truly brought these cozy vibes into our home just in time for the new year. With all that being said, I hope you guys got a little bit of inspiration from this and things that you can personally add into your home. I love you all forever and always. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one.